Yo, what up? I'm Axel Boy, we're out here at Dash Radio. Got an interview coming with myself. I'm going to do a guest mix, it's going to be lit. Make sure you all tune in.
Probably should have put some fucking eye drops in.
It's like going into a rave.
Yeah.
When I was about 17 years old, started writing music, electronic music anyway. Yeah, I've always like been into music, like playing around with guitars and keyboards and shit. But at 17, I picked up a DAW and started writing electronic stuff. There's been so many actually. Like it's a tricky one. A lot of stuff from the UK. I can't really like pinpoint on one specific like artist. It's more like a scene really. I get inspired by scenes, like different sounds from like the UK and the US. But like a lot of artists from Bristol back in the day, like where I'm from, like Joker and Jakes and people like that. Original dubstep artists from the UK. Grime artists were a big inspiration for me. A lot of parental advisory out here now. There's been so many, man, like great times really. Just like muddy festivals and shit coming from the UK. Like first festival I went to was a festival called NAS. It's like half hour to an hour away from where I live. And it was like Pendulum and people like that playing. It was just a massive eye-opener for me. I was like 16 years old, going to my first festival. Like so many rave memories. I probably should talk about some, I probably shouldn't, but yeah, they were all fucking crazy, you know, when you first start going out to those sorts of things. They're like an absolute eye-opener, and it's like a whole new world of fun, really. I think like, yeah, that EP was really melodic, happy, sort of big colourful synths, like more like chords and stuff, like, so I still develop that sound in some of my tunes, but I've been working more on like more tougher bass lines and stuff. It depends what sort of music I'm really writing, you know. I think it's developed a lot. It's got better. My first trip to America was sick. It was daunting, but it was good. My first trip to LA was pretty sick. I was hanging out with some my original sort of link out here. We were having some good times. Played up in Orange County at Joyce, and that was fun. I was super nervous at the time. I was still pretty like new to using like Pioneer 2000 setups and that. So I think I might have like accidentally stopped the music twice at the beginning of the set, and that kind of made me shit myself a little bit. But no, it was fun after that. It was good times. So I've been to DC, Chicago, Minneapolis, Seattle, LA. Dude, I just love it here. LA's cool. So many great people. I met so many cool people, and like got my friends out here, and it's fun. There's never a dull moment in this city. So I'd probably say here really, just because like it's kind of the hub, you know.
Yeah.
It's basically everything that happens in LA. Every 2 minutes on the streets of Hollywood. Nah, there's just like some funny characters around, but that's what makes it great. It's colourful. Not really, man. Like I don't really notice it like when I'm in it, I suppose. But it's when I can get back to the UK and get back into like my normal swing of life. British people around me all the time, like. I guess like sarcasm and shit. Like the way us Brits are, we're very like sarky and like sort of like the banter levels back home are a bit different to how they are out here. So like, yeah, some things you can convert to the Americans, but other things you probably want to watch out, and they just totally don't understand. But stereotypically, like, nah, I'm not really. I don't think so. Different cultures, different people, aren't we? It is a lot different. It's more like, well, it's not a lot different. It's just kind of back, like the UK stuff stopped to a certain point where like the Americans started putting a lot of influence into it, you know. So I guess it's just more like original sounding, more like cut back. The stuff that's like still going is like the original dubstep stuff in the UK at the moment, like deeper dubstep stuff. The heavier dubstep stuff is like, you know, it's still got a crowd for it, but it's just like, it's not necessarily so much like the original UK sound, and more people are just more digging that sort of stuff back home. But yeah, again, it's not really restrictive, it's just like the overall scene, really. Really fun actually. It was sick just chucking the project back and forth and like sort of coming up with different ideas of how to make it better. I started like the main bulk of the song, send it over, and Asaf sort of stripped it back, put some killer drums on it and shit, and like basically made it sound fat. Got Gigi on it, and I like hadn't heard any of the production on the vocals before. He just showed me it when it had the vocals on. I was like, yeah, this is tight. She's got a sick voice, and it kind of like, we were speaking and we were thinking like, we need a vocal in this. And Sav was like, yeah, definitely. So picked up her and worked out really well. I'm super proud of that record, to be fair.
Yeah, I only love my bed and my mom.
It's looking good. I'm going back home for a month, kick it, write some music and that in July, and then come August I'm coming back out for a run of shows in DC, Houston, Texas, Chicago, and I'm going to go play in Montreal, Elysian Festival, which should be sick. I've heard good things. There'll be more to come. Stay tuned on that one for sure. I'm Axel Boy on Buygore Radio. Thanks for tuning in. Actually, no, am I meant to say that or not?